Hello and welcome to Clinton's Corner on a Monday. My name is Clinton Jarman. Thanks again for joining me. As you know, on a Monday here at the Fed, I just bring you all the latest sports news from South Africa and around the world as well. This week, not much in the way of South African news, except obviously, the semi-finals of the World Cup were upon us this past weekend, and so let's just dive straight into that quickly. Rugby World Cup, England, they beat New Zealand 19-7, and All Blacks only getting on the board because England made a mistake. I watched the game. It was a good game from England. They came in, and Eddie Jones clearly had a clear plan about how he wanted to go about his game. He kind of went after New Zealand the way that New Zealand might go after teams, keeping the ball in hand, dominating the line physically, and it just looked like New Zealand weren't quite up to the physical battle, which is strange because they usually bring the physical battle to the opposition. I think they were just taken aback by that, and once they got behind, they couldn't quite deal with England's the pace that they were playing at. They're always playing catch up, and to Eddie Jones' credit, he got one right yet again. Then South Africa played against Wales on Sunday. This was a tight affair, and as I said on Friday on the Wild Protea, it would be the team who executes better that wins the game. And I believe that for the most part, South Africa execute better in their 1916 win over Wales. Obviously, as usual, there will be a full review on the Wild Protea on Friday, as well as a look ahead to the final. Can't wait for that clash. England versus South Africa, repeated the 2007. And if you remember correctly, I did predict that England would beat New Zealand. So if you've watched any of my videos and you've taken a hint and you've placed a bet, I'm just waiting for my money. I'm just saying, you've got it from me, so I deserve a little bit of the credit. Then over the weekend there was some NFL action. The Seahawks, they bounced back after losing to the Falcons. After losing to the Ravens, They are now 6-2 and looking good again. They had to fight off an Atlanta Falcons side who are struggling at the moment. The Seahawks got out to a pretty big lead in this one, but the Falcons did come back and make it interesting at the end. But Seahawks hung tough and won it in the end. Then the Eagles, they bounced back from their loss to the Cowboys. They won 31-13 over the Buffalo Bills. As I said, the Eagles bouncing back from their loss, which is a good sign after losing so heavily to the Cowboys. They bounced back quite nicely, scored some good points, and the Buffalo Bills are a good side. As we saw when they took on the Patriots, they can be quite difficult to play against. Eagles now move to 4-4. That's 500 record now. The Saints, they went marching on against the Cardinals. They won 31-9 over the Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals. The Saints, like I said, march on with Teddy Bridgewater 7-1 now, and they're looking really good for obviously the playoffs and maybe even a Super Bowl berth. We'll have to wait and see on that one. The Colts, they won their game 15-13 over the Broncos. The Colts came back in this one. They were, I think in the third quarter, they were down 13-3. So they came back nicely in sort of the last sort of half of the game, and they did well. The Colts now moved to 5-2 record, not too bad at all. The 49ers, they continue their winning streak, beating the Carolina Panthers 51-13. Carolina Panthers struggling without Cam Newton to get them points, and their defense, well, they didn't really show up in this one. The Patriots, they beat the Cleveland Browns 27-13. The Patriots defense was absolutely sublime once again. The first touchdown was courtesy of a takeaway from the Patriots. I think it was an interception or fumble. I think it was an interception, and the Pats scored. And then within the first quarter they had, I think, 2 or 3 turnovers. So the Patriots defense doing what it does best. Bill Belichick doing what he does best and coordinating that defense. And then Tom Brady able to capitalize on the Browns' mistakes. So the Patriots, they moved to an 8-0 record now, and they're looking at more and more dominant as the weeks go by. The Kansas City Chiefs, they were looking for a win. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be against the Packers. The Chiefs, obviously, without Patrick Mahomes now, they might struggle. He's out for, I think they said, 3 or 4 weeks. So we'll have to wait and see when he comes back. But if they can maybe get one more win while he's still injured, then they would still be in contention. The Packers, however, they moved to a 7-1 record now. Aaron Rodgers was absolutely phenomenal again, throwing for 305 with three touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He was great. Obviously, a fantastic thrower of the football and showcasing his skills once again. Then just a little look ahead. The Ravens, they will play the Patriots. That'll be next week, Monday at 3:20 a.m. Central African time. The Ravens are coming off a bye week after beating the Seahawks, and the Pats obviously looking to go 9-0 on the season. So it should be an interesting tussle. One with an up-and-coming quarterback in Lamar Jackson in the Ravens, and obviously the GOAT Brady looking to continue his records, and they speak for themselves. Then we're going to look at a little bit of NBA action. That's basketball for you guys. The Lakers, they beat the Hornets 120-101. Anthony Davis. Coming in with 29 points. LBJ, LeBron James, getting 12 assists on the night. They moved to a 2-1 record. The LA Clippers, they played against the Phoenix Suns. The Clippers actually lost this one, surprisingly enough. They lost 130-122 to the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker with 30 points and 8 assists on the night, the outstanding player on the Suns team. Then the Warriors, they slipped to an 0-2 record. Now the Warriors, obviously, that massive dynasty with Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, the names escaping by among others, have been great for sort of the last 5-6 seasons in the NBA, and they've been the sort of the team that always gets to the NBA finals. And not a great start for them, but they have a few players out injured at the moment, and I think they'll have enough to get to the playoffs again this season. And it's still early days, still another 80 games left to play, so I wouldn't worry about that. Then that was against the OKC Thunder. They lost 120-92. For the Thunder, Dennis Schroeder scored 22 points and 6 assists, and Steph Curry's 25 points and 5 assists couldn't help the Warriors out much, because he was pretty much the only one that scored really 92 points, and he's gotten sort of nearly a third of their points, so not too great there for the Warriors. The Warriors now, like I said, 0-2. The Philadelphia 76ers, they moved to a 2-0 record with a win over the Detroit Pistons, 117-111. Tobias Harris with 29 points. Ben Simmons 10 assists on the night. This was in the win for the 76ers. For the Pistons, the outstanding performer was Derrick Rose, winding back the clock with 31 points on the night. Then the Celtics, they moved to a 2-1 record with a 118-95 win over the New York Knicks. Kemba Walker, the outstanding performer on the night with 32 points. He's obviously the replacement for Kyrie Irving, so he's starting well there. And then the Toronto Raptors, they moved to a 2-1 record as well with a 108-84 win over the Chicago Bulls. Pascal Siakam with 19 points, Serge Ibaka with 18 points, Anunoby with 17 points, and Fred VanVleet with 16 points. So an all-round team performance there from the Raptors. The Raptors obviously defending NBA champions, so they want to look out for, even without Kawhi Leonard. I think they still play as a team clearly by the points there, and their defense is pretty good as well. So that is a wrap of the sports news for this week. Guys, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. On our YouTube channel, as well as our online magazine, thefairdigest.com. Also, guys, get in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys and know what you'd like me to cover, whether it be more American sports, more South African sports, or any other sports in general. If you'd like me to cover it, I will certainly do so. Once again, thanks for joining me. And also, don't forget the Wild Protea on Friday. We will be doing a review of the Springbok game, as well as a preview of the final. So it's going to be a great show. Guys, thanks for joining me, and stay safe out there. Cheers.